This newscast has been brought to you by Jim Adler and Associates.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Well, be prepared to be disgusted from this one. Video has surfaced of a Wharton County junior college employee dancing to the N-word. Now, the song, keep in mind, is called Clap for the N-word. Take a look.
Everybody clap your hands.
Psych.
Clap for the... Clap for the dumb.
Unbelievable. Wharton County Junior College responded to the video in part saying, quote, "The explicit lyrics of the song used in the video do not reflect these values and the college does not condone the use of such language. The college remains dedicated to the advancement of diversity, inclusion, equity, and anti-racism in the college and in our community, and we are working on concrete ways in which we can grow and improve our efforts in this regard." Now, we also inquired about the status of the employees seen in that video, and of course, they have not responded as of yet. We don't know if they're investigating, if they've disciplined her, what Wharton Junior College has done about this woman so far. But this led us to a bigger conversation. Listen up. Whether or not it's appropriate for blacks to make a song called Clap for the N-word. It was made by a black guy. And on Instagram, you can find several young black people dancing to that very song, just like you saw the white people dancing. So is there a double standard? We wanted to talk about that with our panel. And joining us here on The Factor Uncensored to discuss this disturbing issue is Claver, our resident conservative here from Raging Elephants Radio, also Willie D from the legendary Ghetto Boys, and Princella Carr, who also is a blogger. And I hear you have a new book out. We'll chat about that a little bit later. Yeah. But when you guys took a look at this video, first of all, we have two older white ladies and a very young girl doing a dance skit to a song that is completely derogatory. Your thoughts about that, Willie D?
Well, context is everything. You know, if that word was used in the body of the song, that would be one thing. But it was used as a reference to run the hook and to describe and demean a specific type of black person. This woman, she's an educator. She's giving degrees out to people, to newly minted nurses who are essential workers going out into the world to care for people who they may not care for, considering the fact that they were taught by her. So I find it deeply disturbing.
And of course, the name of the song that they're dancing to is Clap Dumb N-word, with an A at the end, if that means anything. I mean, that's what people are saying. Well, it's an A and not an ER. Princella Carr, let's bring you into this conversation. We're focusing right now just on the woman's video. Was it responsible? Was it irresponsible? Should she have ever took part in such a skit on TikTok?
Well, in my opinion, these days, you know, there's a lot of, you know, activities that are going on social media, and we expect people to separate their profession from their everyday lives that people are, you know, just having fun with. And so when we're looking at a song that everybody's dancing to, all color backgrounds, I think that it's quite unfair to expect that somebody, just because they're a doctor, lawyer, or whatever, should refrain from dancing or participating in activities with songs just because of the words. It's not like they made the song. It's not like they created the song. They're dancing to a song that was created by the class of people that happen to be offended by it. You know, so I don't
separate that person though from their profession when they're having a good time on social media. However, they have a position of authority, and if they are on social media saying the N-word in a song, or at least dancing to it in this instance,
right?
Shouldn't we expect to hold them to a higher standard?
You know, I think that's the idealistic way that people think that things should be done, but I don't think that's the human way. And what we're asking people to do is stop being human and think on an idealistic level, which doesn't work 99% of the time. So, I think we should cut her some slack, if you ask me.
All right, Claver, let's bring you into this conversation. Once again, the song that they were dancing to in the video, Clap for the Dumb N-Word. Clap for the Dumb N-Word. Your thoughts?
Isaiah, how many times have we talked about the use of this word? In Matthew 7:3, the Lord Jesus says, before you take the speck out of your brother's eye, take the tungsten steel I-beam out of your own eye. Since the founding of the United States, Black American art and entertainment has had an impact on American society and culture, pop culture specifically. And for most of the history, it's been positive. If we're going to be honest about the use of the N-word, it has been normalized, primarily led by Black arts and entertainment, from Spike on down, from Jay-Z on down. The N-word has been normalized, whether it's E-R-R-A. And because it's been normalized, I find it hypocritical that Black community would like to be the arbiters of who can use it and who can't use it. We talk about white privilege. I believe with the Black community, those that want to point the finger at this educator are exercising Black privilege. We should police ourselves. If we do not like the use of the word, then we in the community should exorcise the word from our lexicon, and we haven't done it. Instead, we've done the opposite. We've normalized it. Therefore, I refrain from criticizing this woman or any other woman, regardless of their profession or skin pigmentation, for using it until we Black people stop using it. Now we can lead. Now we can point the finger.
And of course, we're not done yet. We'll be back with more of that conversation coming up. And let's get back to our conversation here on The Factor. And Priscilla, though, when we talk about responsibility of the African-American community, when you look at this situation in particular, the song was recorded and written by a Black rapper. If you look on Instagram, you see a bunch of young Black people dancing to it without a problem. But now that you have a white female or three white females dancing to it, they want to cancel her out.
It's now right. It's now wrong. Now, what if that was the Jay-Z song, the OJ story, where he says the N-word like 14 times before the song even actually gets started? So what if she was dancing to that? Because they aren't the ones that made the song. So now we all know that white
Jay-Z song in context, though.
Hold on.
Don't just throw it out there.
Oh no, Willie D, hold on, man.
Yeah. Now,
man, you ain't even in this part. I'm talking about.
Hold on, Willie.
Somebody else.
I'm in it. I'm about to get in it.
Oh, your own, homie. You can't
Willie.
take up somebody else. We grown folks.
Willie, the word is the word, regardless of the context. The N-word is the N-word. So at the end of the day, this woman is not saying it. She's dancing to it, a song that she did not make. All right. So now we all know that white people are the purchasers. They're the majority of the purchasers of hip hop music. We know that. So now they can purchase the music. They can make these artists money, but they can't dance to it and they can't enjoy it. They can't do that.
I'm gonna tell you again. I'll say again. Context is everything. This is a song. This particular song. First of all, the song is whack as hell. It's a whack song. First of all, but secondly, the song is disparaging and demeaning a particular type of Black person. This is what I'm saying. The song is going after a particular type of Black person, and it is resonating something that a lot of people feel about Black people anyway. So she's dancing to this song, and so what is that signal she trying to give to these young people that she's trying to educate? Oh, this is how they are. This is how they act. Dumb N-word, dumb N-word.
Then the first responsibility goes on the person who created the song, and it goes on the people who make it popular. Black people make stuff popular, white people distribute it. So
the person that, and I agree with that, but the person that created the song, I agree with that. The person that created the song does hold a great deal of responsibility. And also the people who distribute the song, and we know who distributes the song. Mm-hmm. And so why is it that that's cool to get that kind of music distributed?
No, why is it cool?
Why is it cool to get that? Why is it cool? So you're gonna try to interject on me, but I can't interject on somebody else.
I've spoken one time.
Okay, so I said,
you've dominated.
My point is, why is it cool? Why is it cool for for one group to disparage another group, but then if black people said something that was disrespectful towards the Jewish community or something, that music would never, the whole career would be ended. See, people like you, homie, you like to focus on the black people that are doing.
That's right. I sure do. The black people that are hurting the black community. You got the doggone right. And it's black people that are giving them license. It's black people that are giving license to use the word. How about all black people say we don't use the N-word? How about all black people say we don't use the N-word and we do not condone it, whether by our artists or someone else of another race, ethnicity, or religion? Why don't we do that instead of making excuses, instead of doing a CYA and saying some black people use it and that's okay, and some black people don't like to use it and that's okay? Okay, well then if you're going to have that attitude, then don't point the finger at anyone, regardless of their profession or their ethnicity or their skin pigmentation at all. Until black people police black people, they should keep their lips zipped.
Wow. We'll be back with more Factor in just a moment.